video I'm going to talk about how to convert JSON array data which is stored in a table into rows and columns. So in one of my previous videos I talked about how to parse simple and complex or moderate complex JSON. So I will give those videos in end cards if you haven't seen them, so please watch them. So now in this video I will try to explain on how to convert array data into rows and columns. So for that I have few example scripts. Let me bring up them. So let's drop the table if this is already exist as a cleanup. So I'll also provide this scripts in a video description in case if you want you can use them. So let's create the table. So with very simple two columns like ID and JSON data, and JSON data is of JSON data type. So what is JSON data type? We have also talked about it. So in one of my previous videos, if you missed, you can watch in my playlist of PostgreSQL. Now let us insert two records here. So if you see clearly, this is a JSON row, means JSON array. So array of JSON objects, right? So this is one object, right? And similarly this is another objects. It's like a row, right? Row by row. Now let's try to convert them into rows and columns. Like for example, in each object there are two keys, name and age, right? And in this example, values of first record is John and then age is 30, right? And second record, name is Alice, age is 25. Let's try to generate the output into this using a simple query, right? So to do this, first let's try to query our table and see how data exists. Okay, so now it's very simple data, right? So now first of all, there are three steps involved in it. One is divide or unnest array into objects, and then convert this result into a table, right? And then parse the elements or parse the JSON object. That's all. Now let us take the first step. Okay, so to divide or unnest array in JSON array into objects, there is a built-in function called JSON array elements, okay, which accepts the JSON column. So in our case, our column name is JSON data, right? Let us give alias to this as JSON object. Okay, so now let's to understand like each object belongs to which ID. I'm also taking ID. Okay, ID, sorry. So first step is done. Now let me just query it before I get into the next step. If you see, JSON data is array, and then if you see the value, ID is repeated twice. It means, so first record is John, second record is Alice, right? Similarly, in second record we have Bob, okay, and we have Eve, right? So if you see Bob and Eve, so there are total 4 records. Right, now let's convert this as a table. So select star from, let's provide some alias which is mandatory in PostgreSQL, right? So now I'll only select here ID and JSON object, which is alias here. Okay, Okay, something wrong in here. I think it's a value. Okay, all right. So now, conversion into table has been completed. Now let's try to parse it. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we have covered a video on how to parse a simple JSON. Now I'm using that simple JSON technique here. So this is a JSON object here, and just double arrow notation, and then what do we want to parse? Name and age. Name, right, as person name. Just let us make it meaningful. And then and again age, right, and then let us quote it in single quotes as age. That's all. See, if you see under one JSON array we had 2 records, so those got converted into John and Alice, converted into rows and columns. Bob and Eve converted into rows and columns. So that's all guys from this video. Thank you for watching. I'll provide all the scripts in video description. Thank you.